Huxkian because a large part of the Bloodhound Project is the education objective. But then, of course, the other objective is to actually set that brand new world land speed record and go as faster than any vehicle has ever gone before at 1,000 miles per hour come 2016. Now, standing with me is the operations chief of the Bloodhound Project, Martyn Davidson. Now, the Bloodhound Project isn't the only land speed record project that he's worked on, but this is quite a logistical thing to actually be able to put together. Welcome to Morning Live.
It's great to be here. Yes, this is obviously a very remote location from what we're used to going to, the likes of Blackrock in America, etc. Here we'll be loading up, or rather in the UK, we'll be loading up a large Antonov AN-124 transport aircraft, flying into Uppington Airport with about 95 tons of equipment. We offload there at a large media event. We spend probably 2 days there handling all the media interviews, and then we'll road convoy up to Huxkian Pan and unpack, basically, and get on with it.
You said something very, very interesting as to why Huxkian Pan and why it was better than absolutely any location in the world, and that Bloodhound and Huxkian Pan are brother and sister. Yes,
the car is designed to drive on mud playa, and what's very important to us in land speed record terms is a desert that floods, and certainly that was very pertinent 2 days ago where we're standing here was under 6 inches of water. Flooding is our friend, and the deserts we used to use in the past are now suffering from the impact of climate change. What we require is a desert, a very flat desert, dried mud that floods once a year and then bakes off, and you're left with this hard polygon crust that you can see around us, and that's the ideal surface for the car to run on. The car is designed for dried mud.
But the other thing is that as much as they are inseparable, Bloodhound also can't just hang out at Huxkian Pan for many, many months on end.
Well, you say that. I mean, we would hope to be here for 2 to 3 months. We have an incremental approach to building up speed with the car and gathering data, and all that requires time to analyse between runs. So it's very likely that we will be here, have a presence here for 2 to 3 months, probably September, October, November next year.
But also, you guys can't run the car endlessly in this environment.
Not at all. The car requires spends most of its time in maintenance, and the dust here is very punishing on the car and the electronics. So there's a lot of car cleaning to be done between runs and systems checks and all those sorts of areas, and cleaning of the hydraulics and all that sort of thing. So there's a lot of maintenance associated with between the runs.
Now, this environment, this land speed record attempt is not something that you're unfamiliar with. You are also part of Thrust SSC.
That's correct, yes. I had the privilege of being one of the managers on the team from 1993 to 1997, and it was a fantastic thing to do, and it's something to tell the grandchildren when I'm old. It's not something you walk away from. If somebody gives you this opportunity, you take it with both hands and you get on with it.
It's also something very, very interesting is the investment of absolutely each and every single one of the engineers. Last night we saw engineers, rocket scientists, we're just having the radio comms also going at the same time. That's fine. We know that you guys need to be in contact with everybody all the time. But you see that there's just a general investment of each and every single human being on this project. They're really all invested in, and everybody knows every aspect.
It's a personal commitment. It's almost a crusade in terms. You get not necessarily obsessed, but you certainly get inspired by the project, and it becomes your sole objective. And we're very lucky that those of us who have families have the support of our families. My family travel with me to land speed record attempts and spend a few weeks with me in the environment. So I'm very lucky in that respect.
Okay, so you speak about people coming to watch the actual attempt. Now the main attempt is going to be happening in 2016, but the first high-speed testing is going to be done next year. This is the 12-month countdown. I mean, what's going to be the physical effect on those people that are going to be watching a car that's going through the sound barrier?
Well, it'll be an unusual experience, because you'll see the car will pass you and you won't hear it because it's travelling faster than the speed of sound, and then this wall of sound will arrive with a double bang, and the positioning of the crowd is calculated to maximise that effect without doing anyone any harm, obviously. So we want everybody, the media and the public, to experience what it's like to have an 8-ton object move at 1,000 miles per hour past them safely.
I mean, how far then from the actual track is safe enough?
Well, the positioning of the grandstand will probably be about 1.5 kilometres from the flying mile, and that's a sufficient safety zone. We've done all the calculations. We understand the acoustic footprint. We understand all the runoffs that might be required, so that would be a safe distance. It's important to understand that this is a Northern Cape event, of course, and we are the booked entertainment in a sense. So all the lands, what we call the landside, the public areas, the Northern Cape event management company that's appointed will be looking after all of that.
All right, it's certainly going to be very, very exciting. Thank you very much. Martyn Davidson is the head of operations here at the Bloodhound Project, and what an operation it is to be setting a brand new world land speed record, something that they are hoping to do even as early as next year, because it's going to be real high speed testing. They're hoping to go around 800 miles per hour there, so then it would anyway set a brand new world record.
Well,
but
we call it the interim record.
The interim record, because really what they're going for is 1,000 miles per hour right here in the Northern Cape. Many people come here and they say that this is beautiful, and not beautiful in the traditional way, you know, by looking at a flower, but just by its vastness. It's absolutely magnificent, and I think something that's making those in studio a little bit jealous. Let's return back to Johannesburg.